Hi guys, so welcome back to Queen G's Recipes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make Nutella pockets. So they're Nutella pockets with puff pastry. Actually, it's just the kind of puff pastry that you would buy at your local grocery store, frozen, because definitely to make it at home, it would be very, very time consuming and it wouldn't be worth it. So it is much cheaper and easier to just buy it at your grocery store in the frozen section. So let's go over the ingredients you'll be needing. Definitely you're going to be needing some Nutella. Now what I have done here is I've put it in a Wilton piping bag, a disposable piping bag, which I will be cutting the tip at the end of the bag as soon as we're ready to start. Now I definitely think it's much easier to use a piping bag than actually spooning in a spoon on top of each little pastry. So this is just for convenience, but you can definitely use whatever you want to put it on your puff pastry. So you'll also be needing some egg wash, which I have here is just an egg mixed with 1 tablespoon of cream. You can mix it with cream, water, milk, whatever you have on hand. Here I have about 5 tablespoons of just regular flour, and this is actually just for rolling out the dough. And we're also going to be using the zest of 1 orange. And here I have some chocolate chips which will be melting in the microwave just as is, because these are microwave safe bags. And the puff pastry I'm using is Tender Flake. As I said, you just find it in your frozen section of your local grocery store. And a little brush, which we'll be needing to brush our egg wash onto our pastries. So let's move on to the next step. Okay guys, so what I have done is I opened the package of my pastry dough and I just split them in half because there is 2, and we're going to be rolling these out to about a 12-inch rectangular kind of square, I guess. And I'll let you know what it looks like actually once we start rolling it out. And I have already zested my orange, so we'll keep that aside because that's for the filling. Now obviously you will be needing a rolling pin or something that'll do the job like this. And what I have done is I have floured my surface here, well floured, and we're going to flour our rolling pin as well, and we're going to place some flour on top of our puff pastry as well. Okay, so we're going to start by rolling our puff pastry. It isn't that easy at first, but just keep rolling it. Make sure you have enough flour on your counter. Now I'm going to keep rolling my dough, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. Okay guys, so my puff pastry is at about 9 by 10 inches. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to cut it so we can get 4 pastries out of this first dough. So what you're going to do is you're just going to gently cut straight down the middle. Then you're going to cut across. Now make sure when you're rolling out your puff pastry that it's even thickness all the way around. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So with our first piece, oops. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to right in the middle, we're going to put about 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of Nutella. We are going to place some egg wash around the edges so they can seal properly. Now in the meantime, make sure you have your oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Then what you're gonna do is you're just going to fold it over as evenly as you can. My square wasn't that even, but it's all good. We can just stretch it out. And then you're going to place this baking sheet just like this, and just make it as even as you can. And then take your fork, just a clean fork, and pinch the edges. So it's going to be kind of like a Nutella turnover. Now you're going to take your egg wash again, and you're going to gently brush it on top. Now I'm showing you how we can do them with just Nutella or with Nutella and the orange zest. So the next one we'll do with the orange zest. Okay, so now again we're going to take our Nutella in the middle here. Okay. Then we're going to take some of our orange zest. Now this is definitely optional. And place it on top there. And then we're going to fold over again. Oh, I apologize. Before folding, we definitely have to put our egg wash. I'm getting ahead of myself there. All around. Not too much, just enough to seal in the edges. And again, fold over best that you can. Then we're going to place it on our pan again. Okay. And our fork. Now make sure you leave some space in between, because they definitely will puff up. So and then our egg wash again on top. And that's it. So I'm going to continue making the rest of my Nutella pockets or pastries, whatever you would like to call them. And then we'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, so we're going to take our 8 Nutella pockets and we're going to place it in our preheated oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes until they puff up and they're nicely golden brown around the edges. I'm going to place mine in the oven and then I'll let you know what they look like and how long they took. Okay, so while we have our first batch of Nutella pockets in the oven, they're actually almost baked within the next minute. So I am going to take my chocolate. I just have some semi-sweet chocolate chips in here. probably about a third of a cup or so. I'm gonna put this in the microwave for about a minute to a minute and 30 seconds. And at 30-second intervals, I'm just gonna mush it around like this just to make sure everything is melting properly. So I will go on to doing that, and our Nutella pockets are actually done as we speak. Okay guys, so here you have it. Our Nutella pockets were in the oven for exactly 20 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're going to let them cool off just for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to drizzle our melted chocolate. Okay guys, so I have my other batch of Nutella pockets in the oven baking as we speak. I just baked one sheet at a time. So right now with our chocolate, I melted it for 1 minute in the microwave, but at 30-second intervals, I stopped and I just gave it a little mush like this, make sure everything was melting at the same time and properly. Now make sure when you put this in the microwave, if you're doing it this way, that you do not cut the tip until your chocolate is completely melted and you're ready to drizzle. So you can also use a Ziploc bag if you don't have a Wilton piping bag, but you'll have to melt it first in a bowl and then place it in your Ziploc bag, and you'd be ready to cut your Ziploc and drizzle your chocolate. So now I'm just gonna cut the tip of my piping bag, just a very tiny little hole, and we're just gonna gently drizzle. Now if you wanted to, alternatively, you could drizzle with some Nutella. I mean, it's totally up to you. There are endless possibilities, but I do prefer to drizzle some melted chocolate. Okay. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. Whatever way you like. They do smell amazing, I can tell you that. So now I'm gonna cut one open so you guys can see what they look like. Okay guys, so here you have it, our Nutella pockets. They're just like little Nutella turnovers, or maybe I should say big Nutella turnovers. So once you cut them in the middle, you see the Nutella, you see the flakiness of the puff pastry, and they taste amazing because I have made these before, but I wanted to share the recipe with you guys. So I'm really glad that I shared this recipe with you, and I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. So don't forget to subscribe so you can see my future videos, and take care. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.